What's up, you guys? I wanted to give you an in-depth look on how a productivity coach plans her week. So join me with a pen and your brain. This is my favorite weekly planning worksheet. One side is work, one side is personal, and you know I'm a brain dump all of the things out starting on Monday, both work and personal. We know we got a lot of work tasks to do. So next you highlight your personal priorities first, baby. And then after you highlight them, rewrite them down. This hand to brain is really, really important. And you know you're going to do the same thing on the work side. Choose your top 3 most important tasks, write them down again. After you've written these babies down, go over to your Google Calendar. Make sure all of your events and calls are on your calendar, and then put in buffers. So buffers are little 20 or 30 minute breaks in between. I like to make them gray, but this gives you enough breaks during the day, and then you can put in your top 3 priorities for personal and then work. This is my favorite, like for part 2 for day. I see you procrastinating right now. Pause, I can help you with that. Listen, procrastination does not mean you lack time management skills. It actually means you are really overwhelmed, and you also have this fear of failure that is making you want to avoid things. And in this avoiding, you're trying to give yourself a sense of control where you feel out of control in that overwhelm and that fear of failure feeling. You feel me? I know, I got you. Here's how to get out of it. First things first, I want you to use this question. Am I doing what I'm doing for nutrition, entertainment, or escape? And if you answered, I'm doing this for escape, congratulations, you've passed through level 1, the awareness check. Procrastination is a lot about awareness, and I have a step 2 to help get you out of this already in the comments. I got you, let's do it. Part 2 of how to get out of your procrastination cycle. I got you. If you haven't yet, go watch part 1. Go watch it so you can get to level 2. Okay, let's dive in. Now that you are aware that you are not doing what you're doing for entertainment or nutrition, you're doing it for escape, your willpower is now not good enough to get you out of this because you've created a safe little bubble of escape that you need to get out of. Your willpower is less effective here, but your external environment is really, really effective. So that means we're going to change something about your physical environment. Stand up from where you're sitting. Change your sweater or your sweatshirt. Change your shoes. Walk around. Change your playlist. You need to physically break that little safe bubble and recreate focus and awareness. And start here. Just do those 2 simple things and you will feel relief. I promise you. Follow along for more. I got you. Now go do that thing that I know you're afraid.
Okay, you know when you have a long list of things to do, but you feel like you spend most of your time on things that don't really matter? Here's how to focus your time on the right things using the Eisenhower matrix. Created by Dwight Eisenhower, this method helps you prioritize tasks based on urgency. Start by creating a quadrant with 4 squares. One axis will show urgency, the other will show importance. The idea is that if something is urgent and important, you do it right away. These are your top priorities. If it's not urgent but important, you schedule it. If it's urgent and not important, you delegate it. If it's not urgent and not important, then don't do it.
There's a little secret engineers use to improve productivity that's actually pretty easy. The secret is 5S. 5S is super simple, and it's only 5 steps. Pick an area in your house. Sort the items you use frequently and the ones you don't. Set in order. Put the items you use frequently in easy to reach places, and the ones you use less often in harder to reach places. Time to shine. Clean up the space. Standardize. This is what separates 5S from spring cleaning. Assign everything a designated location. I like to call it a home. I keep my hair products in this cabinet and my skincare in this basket. And last, sustain. Don't throw things in a drawer because it's easy. Take the time to put it back in its home where it belongs. Let me know how it goes. Good luck.
Let's talk about 3 productivity rules you need to live by. The first is doing the most difficult task of the day first thing in the morning. Coined by Mark Twain, the concept here is eating the frog. It means you want to make sure you are doing the most dreaded task of the day in the morning so the day becomes that much better as you carry on. Then you want to incorporate things like the 1-minute rule. Anything that can be done in under 60 seconds, like washing a dish, responding to an email, or booking an appointment, should be done right away. Don't sleep on it, just get it done so it's one less thing to do. Then, for every 20 minutes of work that you're doing, make sure that you are giving yourself a 5-minute break. This keeps you focused, energized, and on task. 3 steps to stop procrastinating now. A lot of times we procrastinate because we're overwhelmed by the task at hand. What you're trying to complete may feel daunting and complex and you don't know where to start. We've all been there, trust me. Take the task and break it down into as many small steps as you need to take. In this case, your steps may be update resume, update cover letter, research companies, and submit applications. Once you've broken it down, only focus on one of those subtasks at a time so you don't get overwhelmed. In this case, just focus your attention on updating your resume. Each of these subtasks lead to the bigger picture, so take it one step at a time. Put your phone in a completely different room, turn off all distractions, set a timer for just 15 minutes, and go heads down on the one task. Commit to giving the subtask your full energy just until the timer runs out. This will help you build momentum.
You need me to get back together.
Lately, I've been feeling overwhelmed, like I don't have enough time. So I sat down with my husband and referred to our goals and values chart that we created when we got married. Ending every day feeling stressed out was not on our goals and values chart. So we both decided to work on our time management for the month of March. Narrowing it down to a specific goal like this will help us achieve and create a habit.
This is a guaranteed way to become more productive. Okay, so last year was the busiest year of my life, and during this period I discovered time blocking, which Harvard Business Review named the most effective way to be productive. So I designed my own time block planner and it really works, especially if you're a procrastinator like me. First, I have a section for the 3 priorities I need to achieve by the end of the day. Then I do my task dump. I designed this area to be freeform because I changed the way I structure my to-do list depending on my mood. Once all my tasks are out of my brain and onto the page, I assign them a time. This is where the magic happens. I put any events or meetings I've committed to first, and then move the rest of the tasks from the left-hand side into their own time slot. Using this method actually makes you realize how much time you have to do things. It also lets you concentrate on one task at a time and gets rid of that overwhelming feeling you have when you have too much on your plate. I have a printout template of this on my website and a weekly version that I'll explain in my next part. Life for part 2.
Working a 9-to-5 job while running a business on the side has really taught me how to manage my time. If it weren't for the Ivy Lee method, I don't know where I'd be. What you do is you write down 6 tasks starting with the most important. The first task, and you do not move on to the next one until the first one is completely done. You'd be surprised at how much quicker and more efficient you become. And at the end of the day, if you have leftover tasks, it's okay, just move it to the next day.
Here's a tip for managing your time. It's called Parkinson's Law. It basically states that the amount of time you allocate to a task is how long it will take. This means you should be allocating less time than you think you need to do the tasks.
Jack Dorsey, CEO of Twitter and Square. In a recent interview, Dorsey revealed the secrets of his time management, indicating that he blocks off entire chunks of time to a specific task. This form of time management is known as time boxing, and according to Harvard Business Review, it's the #1 way to plan your day. We've designed the Time Box Planner that allows you to do this by first identifying the tasks that you need to do, then allocating time boxes to those tasks to avoid the mismanagement of your time. As the CEO famously said, "My goal is to simplify complexity, and planning your time gives you control over chaos."
Here are my best time management tips for you. Alright, if you have trouble focusing, just learn one thing, the Pareto principle. Basically, it says that you should focus on doing the 20% that gives you 80% of the results. So each day, make sure you're tackling that one thing that's gonna put you ahead, and stop avoiding it. 2, I use Google Sheets to track my goals. I took this course by Mark Manson that made me write down my 25-year vision and reflect on it. It also had me write down my 5 and 1 year goals and write down the domains in my life that I care about, like relationships or health and things like that. And then I'd write down the monthly milestones I wanted to accomplish. Lately, I haven't been very good about it. Number 3, I love Google Keep. So on my Google Keep, I write down my to-do list. So even little things like replying to someone, it actually matters for me because I like checking it off. It just feels productive. Number 4, use specific days to cover different things. So I use my weekends to record content. If you're a content creator, batch and film content on one day and schedule it out. Follow for more tips.
Hey, Dr. Shepard here with a reminder that it's not usually about time management, it's about priority management.